God, I've been live this whole time, just like talking, texting to the kids. That's funny. Oh Lord. How long have I been live? I've been live for 10 minutes. Oh my God, I've been live this whole time, just like talking, texting to the kids. That's funny. Oh Lord. How long have I been live? I've been live for 10 minutes. Oh my God. Sorry. So, no. Baby. You ready to do the weigh-in? So, no. Baby. Really? You ready to do the weigh-in? Don't judge me for putting a Star Wars sticker on the whole background. It's a Starship Troop. It's not like he's gonna hit it. What? Oh yeah. Today's the weigh-in. So weigh-in? Maybe. What? Oh yeah. Today's the weigh-in. So weigh-in? Maybe. scale said 215, the other scale said 216, so I'm just going to run with 216. So, About. Alright, so mine, one scale said 215, the other scale said 216, so I'm just going to run with 216. So, About. That's awesome. Damn. 288. Okay. That's awesome. So today I was able to send my kids some money, and evidently they should transfer. So, I'm glad. Ange bought a sewing machine. Ange bought a. I'm really glad. As soon as I saw it, I was like, bring me. When she was younger, she wanted to be a fashion designer, and like from the age of 4. So she, didn't like her clothes and stuff like that. So I told her to alter them, just make new ones out of the ones that you have. And so I let her cut up her clothes, and I let her make new clothes out of the ones that she had already. And she did, and she continued to do that to this day. So, but yeah, she's always been into fashion. When she was younger, she wanted to go to Paris and stuff. Both the girls did. When Renee was younger, she would cook all the time. Now she's into hair and nails, and now Gavin cooks. So it's funny. But Bubba is his own entity. Now she's into hair and nails, and now Gavin cooks. Prankster. You know what I mean? So it's funny. But Bubba is his own entity. He is the DJ of the family, and he is the dad joke. So they're all messaging me right now. Prankster. You know what I mean? First 10 minutes. So he's his own thing. But I'll probably cut that part. Maybe not. So weigh-in was today, and let me get to this. Where is it? I put it in here. I know I put it in here. Where is it? Workout. Okay. So workout. Okay. So I guess I'll have to add something. Let me see if there's a. I guess I'll have to add something. I was gonna see if I can make like a tracker, but I'm just gonna put it in. All right. So first official weigh-in. Today. I'm gonna go ahead. Is today. I'm gonna go ahead and put in June. Edit. For June. Now September is the official final weigh-in. So June, me, 216. So June, what was it, 288? Me, 260. There we go. Our first official weigh-in. What was it, 288? There we go. Mind you, I'm 5'4". Our first official weigh-in. So, a giant. So, how tall are you, baby? mind you, I'm 5'4" and he's like a giant. So 1, 2, 3 movies. How tall are you, baby? 6 feet. Yeah. Movie we picked was horrible. My personal review for a specific horror movie was that's in there. Horror, should have been a comedy. 3 movies. We actually didn't get to watch that last night. So, movie we picked, we had more fun laughing at it. Actually watching more. My personal review for a specific horror movie was it shouldn't have been horror. It should have been a comedy. Those movies or those games or whatever. The horror movie was actually start watching it, and so we had more fun laughing at it than we did actually watching more movie. Or to be even worse, like you just keep scrolling. It's weird, right? You never get those movies or those games or whatever, and you start playing Tasty Tuesday, I did not go through any finances yesterday. I just did the playwork. So I'm going to click watching it, and I need to watch it now. Or I did get even worse, like you just keep scrolling. I was able, like I said, right, to pay out to the kids. I do. Tasty Tuesday, I did not go through. I covered their finances yesterday. I just did the playwork. So I'm gonna quick run through that real quick. They're good now. I just knew that I did get a deposit this morning, and I was able, like I said, to pay out to the kids. And last year I had no money. I do, like literally. I covered their birthdays for the year. So I mean, don't get me wrong. I just knew that if I left this money in my hands, it wasn't gonna stay where it was at. And last year I had no money at all. Like literally, Jeff had to give me money for my son's birthday. But the money. So I mean, don't get me wrong. Like when you're a little partner, from that I allocated it's good different envelopes and share those responsibilities. And I'm gonna have to go in and change my every dollar now that I've paid that out. Even though I'm really beginning of the month. I'm gonna go ahead and zero those out for this month. The money that I did have left over, so that way I don't from that I allocated to different envelopes. I'm gonna make sure I already allocated for next month. And I'm gonna have to go in and check and change my every dollar now that I've paid that out. Even though it's the beginning of the month, the money that I received today, I'm gonna go ahead and zero those out for this month. Very quickly, so that way I don't have to worry about it. And then, I already allocated for next month also. Put a percentage of it into each one of the envelopes. So I allocated the money that I. I weighed in at 216 and it says I'm $216 over budget. All right, so we are zeroing out. All right, well no, I don't have. I'm not zeroing it out. Zeroing out the kid. Well no, I don't have. I'm not zeroing it out because now I'm towards their depositing $20 a month, any amount of towards their next birthday. I have or any amount of money. It doesn't matter when I'm. So that way I have something started. So each one of them got his birthday. One of them got his birthday, and then me got, and then Jeff's already got his envelope, and then Jeff's already got his envelope. I have mine. I have mine, and that's the 10% off the top. Okay, so whenever you get money coming in, always remember to take care of yourself. So whenever you get money coming in, always remember to take care of yourself and your family first, mainly yourself, and then your bills and like your fixed bills, your variables, like your fixed bills, your variables, your sinking funds. Okay, so you could put it as a sinking fund, but for your sinking funds. Okay, so if I put that, you could put it as a sinking fund, but for me, it's just gonna get. If I put that amount at the bottom of the list, it's just gonna get. I changed the way that I was in my mind. I have to put it at the top financially. So I changed the way that I was looking at things. Before it was like spend. Financially, I still have where it was before it was like spend, and which I still have a problem. Like I got, but I'm trying to curb that. Okay, and so I got rich minded, should I say that? And so I got like I'm trying to make it so this way I have a little bit in each aspect. So I'm trying to make it so this way I have a little bit in each aspect, or even emergency situations, whatever it is that I'm wanting to put my money towards. So this way, or even emergency situations, like I said, your sinking funds is going to be like your savings, your maintenance, your birthdays, maybe even your if you have like pets. And then you know, like I said, your savings is actually separate than your own personal savings. Okay, so your savings account is for like holidays, birthdays, right? Maybe even if you have pets. Personal savings is like, okay, yes, it is for future, and then, but you can allocate that at any point in time. You know, actual like I said, account, your savings is actually separate than your that's own just money personal. That's just okay. A sinking fund. So your savings into savings for a future large purchase for like. You may or may not make that purchase. You may decide later on in life. Your personal savings. When I was younger, all I wanted to do was buy a house. Future, but you can allocate that at any point in time. Your actual savings account. You're not. I've seen everybody that's been owning. That's just money going. Absolutely fucking. That's just a sinking fund going into savings for a future large purchase that may. Do I really want to start a business right now? You may or may not make that purchase. You may decide later on in life. Okay. But when I was younger, all I wanted to do was buy a house. Right now. Yeah, I don't think the market's been insane lately. And it's gonna. I don't know about you. I've seen everybody that's been owning a house absolutely fucking hating it. 2020. Okay. So now I'm starting to question myself. Do I really want? And if it drops, do I really want to start a business right now because of the way that the economy is? Yeah. I hope. And the way you guys can. And with the interest rates dropping right now, yeah, everybody's gonna jump on that shit, and it's gonna raise the prices up. So just be aware that our 83% markup since 2020 is not going to stop. Okay. So another thing that I was and if it drops, I hope I'm wrong. Myself, I hope I'm wrong. But I hope that it does drop, and that way you guys can. I actually don't have any money. I want to put mine towards or whatever my seller supplies because I need anything badly. Like, in order for me to continue my business, I have to take my own personal. Okay, so another thing that I was looking at now that I got the kids done, Jeff's done, myself, mind you, personal items is like. Put any in personal? No, I actually don't have any in mind. Like, I wanted to put mine towards like hair dye, my seller supplies because I need ink badly. Like, in order for me to continue my business, I have to take my own personal wants and needs away and put that funding into my own money to continue. Mind you, right, so personal items is like, and right now it says that I've got $84. Say, for example, if that's not true because I've already budgeted. The lady at the the Dollar General when I was taking my cash and depositing on my card, she asked me about my envelopes. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. All right, so I've got that. And right now it says that I've got $84 left. She's like, oh, I know that. I'm just starting to learn about it because I'm going to be sure. The lady at the Dollar General when I was taking my cash is now and depositing on my card. So she asked me about my envelopes. Experience. And, I told her, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. For the system, I do that. I probably, at least for me, I probably wouldn't have been able to get. And she's like, oh, I know that. I'm just starting to learn about it because I'm going to be showing my dad how to do it. Her dad is older, and I guess he's now on a limited income or something like that. He was able to help push me through an entire. It was really cool, like experience. My car and everything. I told her I was like, if it wasn't for this system, something that I was able to, like, at least for me, I probably wouldn't have been able to get as far as I did when I lost my job. There was a lot of people that came out to help me. Okay, along the course of my life, a lot of people. And it was able to help push me through an entire year of losing my house and my car and everything. You were there for it was something that I was able to either way you were a lesson of it. Now don't get me wrong, I still needed help at that time, and there was a lot of people that came out to help me. Okay, along the course of my life, a lot of people have come and gone, and whether you have brought goodness into my life, kids, or you brought strife into my life. You were there for a reason. So next is household. And you were either way, you were a lesson for me. Okay. And hopefully I was. So for seller supplies, I actually I'm gonna skip this one. If it wasn't, I probably deserved it. on here that I needed $55. Right now I only have 40 in there. So kids. So I'm wondering, normally I wouldn't suggest. So next is household. I'm wondering if I should pull from household to that because right now household overall we're pretty good. Okay, so for seller supplies, I'm gonna skip this one real quick. Seller supplies, I said Goodwill on here that I needed $55. Right now I already know that I do not. To spend any money in Goodwill. So I'm wondering, normally I wouldn't suggest this. I'm wondering if I should. So y'all get on my eBay because right now get on my Etsy and buy my stuff. Overall, we're pretty good. I'm sick and tired of looking at this shit in the house. Goodwill. Okay, let me take it from that because I already know that I do not want to spend any money in Goodwill unless it's absolutely fucking necessary until I sell this shit. So y'all get on my eBay, get on my Etsy, and buy my stuff because I'm so sick and tired of looking at this shit in the house. I could have sworn. Didn't that guy say that he was giving me $2 coins? Baby? Wait a minute. Hey. At Dollar General, that guy, didn't he say he was going to give me $2 coins? The dude at Dollar General. Didn't that guy say that he was giving me $2 $2? And I said, $2. I haven't seen those in a while, right? Coins? Baby? 50-cent pieces. He gave me fucking quarters. At Dollar General, that guy, didn't he say he was going to give me $2 coins? He said he had coins that were larger. The dude at Dollar General, didn't he say that he was going to give me $2 coins? And I said, that's good because I haven't seen those in a while, right? He gave me 50 cents. 50-cent pieces. He gave me fucking quarters. 2 quarters. He said he had coins that were larger. So, I have 16 silver supplies now. He gave me 50 cents. I'll probably allocate some of that into 2 quarters. Right now, I did take some money out of bets. This is $8 in bets. So, I have 16 silver supplies now. I'll probably allocate some of that into fuck my credit. I've dropped 180 points. Right now, I did take some money out of bets. 400 spreads. Right now, I'm at 6. And then I have the bets. Cricket bill. 8,000. Thanks for making loans for assholes. Fuck my credit. I've dropped it by like 180 points overnight. I'm fucked. I have like a 400 spread score. It's ridiculous. And then I have the Cricket bill. Alright, so Amazon Prime, YouTube, Google One, Etsy. To be a seller, you have to fucking pay to be on there, I imagine. Grocery order equals out. Insurance. I should have paid that while I was there. P.O. Box. Emergency fund. Savings, maintenance, personal. Alright, so Amazon Prime, YouTube, Google One, Etsy. To be a seller, you have to fucking pay to be snowballing. Grocery order equals out. Insurance, and then P.O. Box. I probably could have paid savings, maintenance, personal statement. I gave it because in case I knew that if I kept that money in there, Google Garden, health, pets, holidays, challenges, and seller's plus. Then the snowballing, the lowest one I have is $400. I hadn't gave me my birthday money. I probably could have paid that all today. I could have cleared my own debt, but I gave it money to my kids because which I do that. I used to do that every year. If I kept that money in there, I wasn't going to have it by the time that their birthdays were coming. It just wasn't going to happen. But we're getting better. I went ahead and gave them my birthday money and stuff. On that early. So we currently have, which I do that. I used to do that every year, but like now, last year and like I think the year before, I just kind of. But we're getting better, day by day, right? Baby steps. So on that note, here they are. Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dollar General guy. I was looking in the wrong envelope. I was pissed off. I was like, what the fuck? He did
give me $2 coins. You guys probably won't see these much anymore, especially pennies. And probably still see these for a while, but I do have some.
Remember? Oh, here they are. Never mind. I'm sorry.
That are awesome.
I'm sorry, Dollar General guy. I was looking at the
I
wrong
love
envelope.
big coins. It just makes me feel like it's old money. You know what I mean? Like he did give me $2 coins. You guys probably won't see these much anymore, especially the noise. Probably still see them in circulation for a while, but you know that if you make this noise, it attracts more money. Coins that are awesome. Coins together, it attracts more money. I love big coins like this. It just makes me feel like it's old money. You know what I mean? Like back in the day. They used to say that if you had a coin purse and you would let it jingle, just the noise would bring more money to you. It's a frequency. You know that if you make this noise, it attracts more money. If you rub 2 coins together. Remember I said that after Jeff's birthday, that any money that I had left over, I was going to put back in his envelope. I did. So here's his. They used to say that if you had a coin purse and you would let it jingle, that it would bring more money to you. It's a frequency that they say that it is. I don't know if it's sure enough. You have to check that. So remember I said that after Jeff's birthday, that any money that I had left over, I was going to put back in his envelope. I did. So here's the 20 that I added today. I don't really like keeping change in there because it's going to household has 20. 8, 9, 10. Did I say 30? I have 31 in Jeff's cell phone. I have 140. Prime, YouTube, Google One, Etsy, and I don't really like keeping change. Cards is separate. Household has 20. Cash on hand. Jeff takes care of the grocery order. I just put it on there because I wanted to have a whole view of it of where all the money is going. Cell phone. Now, granted, like I said, that zeroes out because I'm not the one that's paying for it. Prime, YouTube, Google One, Etsy, and insurance all comes out of the card, so it's separate. P.O. box, cash on hand. 55. Jeff takes care of the grocery order. I just put it on there because I wanted to have a full view of it of where all the money is going. Now, granted, like I said, that zeroes out. That's 20. I'm not the one that's paying for it, so there's nothing actually coming out. I just wanted it on there so I could see it. P.O. box 55. I already have that put aside. What do I need to add to this? Gas. I did not set aside money for gas right now. That's 20. Selling supplies. Come on, you wanna. Oh, that didn't even. 60. Gas. I did not set aside money for gas right now. Selling supplies. Because I'm gonna have to get ink. And possibly bags, I don't know. Whatever I used, whatever I have left over, I'm gonna put it back wherever I got that 20 from. So, Goodwill. Whatever I have left over from the selling supplies can actually go back into Goodwill, and that way I can. Because I'm gonna have to get ink more once I am able to. And possibly bags, I don't know. And like I said, debts. Just whatever I used, whatever I have left over, I'm gonna put it back wherever I got that 20 from. So, Goodwill. Whatever I have left over from the selling supplies can actually go back into Goodwill, and that way I can start purchasing more once I am able to sell and get rid of some stuff. And like I said, debts just has $7 in it. What am I missing? Okay, so the $31 that I have. It says on $21 on the budget right now. That's probably Amazon Prime. I'll have to look on that. So yeah, so $17.11. Oh, okay, I know what it is too. I marked over. I'll have cash back. Okay, so $31. So there'll be a gap. Okay, so the $31 that I have. This and update it because I know for a fact that I'm going to be reallocating money elsewhere once I get the cash back. So, oh, okay, I know what it is too. I marked over. I'll have cash back. Okay. So serum. So there'll be a gap towards the middle of the month that I'll have to renew this and update it because I know for a fact that I'm going to be reallocating money elsewhere once I get the cash back. So, beware of retinol. I tried a new retinol serum and hyaluronic acid serum for my face, and I've not felt my face softer in like a long time. It feels really good, but it's not. Be aware of
So far, 21 over budget, so that means for me, I need to allocate double that.
because I have to make
Oh,
that.
that's the sticker.
And
I don't know why that's in there.
so,
Just a reminder, I guess. Okay, so far, 21 over budget, so that means for me, I need to allocate double that. Because I have to make up that loss. And
separate than my
profit. So, it's, I could put it in the part of the cash envelope system is nickel and diming, so those of you who have change, I highly suggest putting it in a drawer somewhere.
not separate than my blessing tray. It's
This just change. Part of the cash envelope system is nickel and diming, so for those of you who have change, I highly suggest putting it in a drawer somewhere. This card's in here. It is a 9 West 16. It's got magnetic cards. And then
so there's that.
Princess envelopes for the cards in here, and then
I like everything. So there's that.
Everything that everybody got me is just
Princess
things change. Finances is
I like
done.
everything.
And
that's how quick it takes. It literally is just sit down and do it. And I'm having to get on myself.
Everything that everybody ever got me, it's just nobody ever seemed to understand that aspect.
So,
alright. Finances is done.
And that's how quick it takes. It literally is just sit down and do it. And I'm having to get on myself about that shit too because I am upset a million times. Cold because it was only 59 out, and then it was 71 in here. But I don't know what. Morning routine and weather is actually 90 degrees out today. So social today is it was only 59 out LinkedIn and Snap, and then it was 71 in here. But I'm not sure I'm getting on my social media right now. I am actually home for work to get paid to do whatever it is I need to do. Because and
so I renewed my resume also. I renewed my resume also. I put my resume out there and I was like, I don't even know how long ago is it, right? That's so lame of me. I put my resume out there. And I think that at this point, if anybody ever sees an entrepreneur at Twitch, they just, that's so lame of me. And I think that at this point, if anybody ever sees entrepreneur at Twitch, they just think, I guess it's shit for me to upload a photo of myself. That's how I feel at least. So, I guess it would be good for me to upload a photo of myself, right? So, I'm gonna edit the photo. I'm gonna change it. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Okay. I don't have any photos of myself on my picture. I don't have any photos of myself on my picture. I have pictures of myself every fucking where else, but actually. I have pictures of myself every fucking where else, but actually. One True Villain. I don't know why I'm echoing. What the fuck? Hold on. One True Villain. Is that better? Why am I creating
echoing? Am I
Why am I
echoing or am I
echoing?
silent? Am I still echoing or am I silent now? Oh, I can't even chat in my own fucking chat. Never mind. Oh, I can't even chat in my own fucking chat thing. Never mind. And that was at 3:36. I don't know if much everyone's still here. Thanks. And that was at 3:36. I don't know if much everyone's still here. Can you hear me? Thanks. Can you hear me? I don't know where it's at. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Blub, blub, blub. Alright, so there's a delay, clearly. Well, it's not echoing anymore. Luckily, thank you for that. Sorry. I forgot to mute the computer. So I guess it was pulling the volume or the sound from the laptop mouse. Alright, so there's a delay, clearly. Well, it's not echoing anymore. Luckily, thank you for that. So, sorry. Stop it. I forgot to mute the computer. So I guess it was pulling the volume or the sound from the laptop mouse or laptop thingy as well as the camera. So hopefully it stopped it. Maybe. He's playing Doom, guys. I can't get him to stream. Surely. Maybe. He's playing Doom, guys. I can't get him to stream. Like I was saying. Oh, it's the. Would you like our media management solution? Shit. I was wondering about this. Anyway. Like I was saying, what is the best way to apply for a work from home job? Come on now. Who's in charge of Twitch? When you don't show up for work but 2 hours a day, right? Show up for work but 2 hours a day, right? So, I forgot what's called this. Anyway, so, okay. So, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Snap. Amazon share links. I have not done that this week. I really need to. So, where was I? Twitter, LinkedIn, and Snap. Etsy review Amazon sales. Share links. I have not done that this week. I really need to. It's already fucking Wednesday. Overnight, I actually did this. Etsy review sales. There hasn't been any. Super cute. I did get 4 views. Let me check this. Overnight, I actually did get a sale on my eBay for one of my tank tops, which was super cute. I did get 4 views. Bag charms. Cool. Are trending. I can make those. Bag charms are trending. So I guess that's the next thing. I can make those. Fair enough. House chores is living room and 15-minute tidy. House chores is living room and 15-minute tidy. Like I said, just needs vacuum. Alright, so we did the weigh-in today. Working out Wednesday, like I said. I really can't pull anything right now because I don't have anything printed. So hopefully, at least maybe today, I'll go get that ink and be able to build out the rest of the week. Alright, so we did the weigh-in today. So in review, because then I'm pushing into July. I really can't pull anything right now because I don't have anything. Yeah, because Monday is the last printout. Hopefully, and then July at least maybe today. I'll go get that ink and what I'll do is I'll print, build out the rest of the week, saying the 8th to, well, since we're at the 4th, or no, I can do the next 4 weeks. I'll sprint from now because then I'm pushing into July. Yeah, because Monday is the last printout day, and then July will be starting on a Tuesday. So what I'll do is I'll print from, alright, so workout schedule, the 8th. We actually did change it now to where we go to the gym every day. Or no, so different times every day, okay, so weekly workout schedule, strength training, cardio, or strength training upper body, strength training lower body, flexibility and core, strength training for the full body, and cardio, and reward. Right now I have my personal cash set to take a certain amount of money out of every money that I spend and put it in savings. So for me, my reward is going to be that savings account when I hit the 30-pound goal. So for the next 3 months, whatever I put into savings is going to be my reward. Not only me losing 30 pounds, it's going to be a reward but that way I can kind of treat myself to say, hey, congratulations, you actually met a goal. So it's something small. It's not going to be like the world's greatest thing, but that's how successes are. To say, hey, congratulations, you actually met a goal. So enjoy it. It's something small. It's not going to be like the world's greatest thing. But that's how successes are. They're small, and you have to enjoy them. The past 7 months, I have been going to the gym every other day. It's there. This doesn't last. I did miss a couple days because I convinced Jeff. I think it was like 1 day. Stay. You have to work for it to stay because I think so. The past 7 months, I have been going to the gym every other day, and I was wanting to switch it up to 8 other days. I convinced Jeff. Days that I think it was like 1 day to just do cardio. 7 months. I think that would be good for me personally as something that I can hold on to when I'm 60, 70, 80 years old, right? Now we're going to be going every day. And I was wanting to switch it up to every other day as cardio. The main part of it is to go off, to just do cardio. It's not. I think that would be good. I'm not wanting to crash diet as something that I can hold on to even 60, I'm wanting to do it in a way that I can sustain it over a long period of time and at a baseline that I can do working out, right? Older, so maintain. Okay, because maintenance. The main part of it is to get the weight off. We always have the main goal that we want. I'm not wanting to crash diet. I'm not wanting to hurry up and lose the weight. I'm wanting to do it in a way that I can sustain it over a long period of time and something that I can do even when I'm older to maintain. Because maintenance, we have that. We always forget it. We always have this main goal. Once you get to that success, and go for it, right? Whether it's the sale, or if it's the item, or if it's whatever it is, the goal. Right? We always go so, but then we forget the maintenance that comes along with it. Okay, and that's the hard part. That's the continuation of it. So once you get to that success and whatever it was that you were doing, granted, yes, you can leave 10% over the top. Or it's not just financial. It's 10% of self. It's 10% of work. It's 10% of family time. It's It's 10% of partner time. It's all of it. Okay.
Pouring into self. Working on self first. That little 10% off the top is not just financially.
Really,
it's 10% of
how do you
self.
want to?
It's 10% of work.
See
it's
your
10%
pie of life.
of family time. It's 10% of partner time. It's
all of
life.
it.
Okay, maybe it was muted that day. I don't know.
But we all have this like circle of life, right? And each part of that circle is a different portion.
Really, it's how do you want to?
So you have a certain portion of your
see your
day,
pie of life.
You allocate to certain things.
Remember, I was saying.
If you start to notice that there's
this pie of life, okay, maybe it's
more than the others, you need to start.
We all have this like circle of life, right? And each part of that circle
all of your
is
energy
a different portion.
You know, this is your 24-hour day,
and you're not getting any.
So you have a certain portion of your 24-hour day.
You're not getting any happiness, so you allocate to certain things.
You're not getting any.
If you start to notice that there's one thing that's
you're not getting
way more than the others, you need to start looking at
accolades for your good work.
Okay,
you're not getting.
When you are pouring all of your energy into a job,
like if it's not meeting,
and you're not getting anything out of it other than a paycheck, like you're not getting any happiness from it. You're not getting any companionship from your coworkers.
Start
you're not getting
any
like accolades for your good work, or you're not getting direction for if you're doing something wrong.
That's
like if it's not meeting your standards,
we all have financial obligations. We all
put less energy into
things that we have to do. We have certain requirements, or we have certain things.
Start putting more energy into yourself.
Okay, I get that. I cannot.
If your job is driving you fucking crazy,
so it's hard for me to stand
and it's making you
miserable. But when I was
it's not worth it. I understand that we all have finances. We all have financial
obligations.
We all have things that we have to do.
I didn't let them
hold requirements, or we have
took 6 years
certain
of my life
things that hold us back.
I never got anywhere.
I get that.
I learned a very
I cannot
hard
fucking
lesson.
get a job, so
Okay.
it's hard for me to
I worked
stand
my
at this
ass
and say this
for that company.
But when I
and
was
I never
working,
got
and I
promoted in
fucking
6
hated my
years.
job, I changed my job. So I didn't let them hold me back anymore. I took 6 years of my life and put it into something that
And
I
if
never
you
got
feel
into.
like you're not getting promoted,
I learned a very hard
Don't be
lesson.
afraid to ask. If they have a problem with
Okay.
you
I worked my ass off for that company,
because they're just gonna make
and I
you life hell
never
anyway,
got promoted
right?
in 6 years.
Let them show you who they are. Let them show you
So,
how they are.
and then you
Decide for yourself.
and if you feel
But
like you're not getting promoted,
able
ask.
to
Don't be afraid to
same
ask.
Same
If they have a problem
exact
with you,
concept.
you don't need to fucking work
friends.
there,
It
okay?
goes with family.
So,
it
they're
also
just gonna make
goes
your
with
life hell
yourself, 'cause I
anyway,
know damn
right?
well we all get sick and tired.
Let them show you who they are.
Let them
show
when you
you
get to that point where you're sick and
how
tired
they
of
are.
yourself. That's when you need to change.
And then you
Right.
decide for yourself.
So,
But if you're
instead
able
of
to, like,
same
same exact concept goes with friends, it goes with family, it also goes with yourself, because I know damn well we all get sick and tired of ourselves.
If you're putting all of that time and energy into that,
And when you
and
get to
you're
that
not
point where you're
putting
sick and tired of
anything
yourself,
else, what's going to
that's
get
when
me
you
to
need to
change? Right? What's going to get
So
starved
instead of
to death?
putting all of your effort and energy into
It's every aspect of
one
your life
specific
that you're not paying attention to,
just say,
right? And it's literally
if
pushing
you're
you
putting
and
all of that
forcing
time and
you
energy into that, and
to
you're
only
not putting
do
into
one thing.
anything else,
what's going to get fucked
human
up?
beings are not
built that way.
What's
We're
gonna
not
get
meant to just do one thing
starved
every fucking day.
to death.
That's a robot.
It's every
aspect
you're
of
not a
your life
robot
that
you're not paying attention to.
So start
And
taking
it's
care of
literally
yourself
pushing
because
you
you
and
are a
forcing
fucking
you
human being.
to
Start
only
by
do one thing.
apologizing to yourself for allowing this to continue.
Human beings are not built that way.
We're not meant to just
And,
do one thing every fucking
you know,
day. That's a robot.
Okay, you're not a robot. So
Forgive yourself.
start taking care of yourself because you
For
are a fucking human
Everything that's
being.
happened in your life. Start by apologizing
You
to
know?
yourself for allowing this to
Um,
continue the way it's
or
been.
everything that is happening in your life right now. And
So
you know,
that way you can start working on yourself. That way when you start to heal, like I said, when you work on yourself, your
Forgive
surroundings
yourself.
start to change. Okay?
for
Things that you
everything
like,
that's happened in your life,
you may not like anymore.
you know,
The things that
Um,
are the things that you used
or
to
everything that is happening in your life right now.
the things that you used to do.
So
you may not do them anymore.
that
You
way
may switch
you
it
can
up.
start working
You
on
may
yourself.
decide, okay, well,
That way
hey,
when
I
you
did do
start
that
to
when I was
heal, like
younger,
I said,
and I miss
when you
doing
work on
that,
yourself, your
so let me try to do
surroundings
that
start to
again.
change. You know,
As an adult.
the things that you like,
So
you may not like anymore.
um,
The things that
Or the things that you very aware of your little pie of life. Things that you used to do. You may not do honest with you. That job, switch it up. You may decide, okay, well, hey, I did do that when I was younger, and in a mental doing hospital because you had a let me try to breakdown because the load of work that you've done in your lifetime has completely deteriorated every single aspect of your life. Just be very aware of your little pie of life and how much it's. And you're not getting any because I'll be honest with you, that job is going to fucking be there when you're dead. Okay. When you are in a mental fucking hospital because you had a full-on breakdown because the load of work that you've done in your lifetime has completely deteriorated every single aspect of your life and your health. They always say, like, and you're not getting anywhere. They always say, God, you're just going in a circle. And you have to get 10%. So make sure that what you're doing is what you actually enjoy. Make sure that yes, a job is always work. There's always work involved with everything. That's the point. Okay. They always say, like, that job's not going to fucking be there for you when you're in the hospital. Helps those who okay? And you have to give 10% of everything. So, in some places, there's a very rarity. Make sure that when you finally decide to file for this is the only life that you're going to have. You have that as an option. Okay. Are they going to fire you before you? That job's not going to fucking be there for you when you're in the hospital. Just okay. This morning we drove by a building that said happy 50 years in the company. Some places not, but 50 years. You know, when you finally decide to file for that retirement, if you're lucky to live 100 years in your lifetime, you just spent half of your life. Are they going to fire you before you get to your retirement? I know there's a lot of people, especially just down the road this morning, we drove by a building that said happy 50 years in the company. You're going to have, and I promise 50 years they are not going to be there. At 50 years. If you're not lucky to live 100 years in your lifetime, you just spent half of your life at that job. They're not going to be there for you other than make sure that the job that you're working is the one that you want to be a part of. I learned this the hard way. This is the only life that you're going to have. And I promise you that they are not going to be there at your funeral. They're not going to be there when you're in the hospital. Bring life back to people. Whatever reason. They're not going to be there for you other and make them realize that there is a human being. That there is still a person that understands. And they thought that I could see from your aspect. I thought don't just that I could from the corporate side. They see from your side too, so they bring life back to people for some reason. I was the middleman. And make them realize that there is a human being in corporate. That there is still a person that understands. And they see from your aspect. Anyway, they don't just see from the corporate side. They see from your side too, so they can find a that could change at any point. I was the middleman, but I know for years there are a lot of people in this world right now that are fucking miserable, and it's because of what they're doing every day. What they're doing every day is making them miserable. Anyway, maybe this is just my aspect. Maybe this is just my perspective. And that could change at any point in time. But I know that there are a lot of people aware that now that are fucking miserable, and it's because of what they're doing every day. What they're doing every day is making them miserable. I'm not saying for you to just go quit your job. There's more to life. This is absolutely necessary. And if you do, make it epic. But have that money. But be aware that your family, your friends, unfortunately, their lives are going to go on. Yes, they're going to miss you. Yes, they're going to be sad. There's more to life than money. But their life is going to go on. You're not going to have that money when you die. What do you want to bring with you? For your friends, for your family, your friends, for your future. Even after unfortunately, their lives are going to go on. Yes, they're going to miss you. Yes, they're going to be sad. You're going to work your whole life, but their life is going to go on. What or do you want them to have memories with you? Do you want them to be able to enjoy life even after you die? You want to provide for them. I get it. But providing is not just money. You're going to work your whole life for nothing. Providing is, or do you want them to have memories with you? The most expensive. Do you want them to be able to enjoy life? Never, ever be able to replace. You want to provide for them. I get it. But providing is not just money. So I implore you, please. Providing is, take your time seriously. Time. The most expensive thing that there is on this life that you're going to have. and one that you will never, ever, ever
A lot of
be able
people
to
say about
replace.
reincarnation and all sort of bullshit. We don't know. Okay? Nobody knows what the fuck happens after death. All we know is
So I implore
we're
you,
dead. Here.
please,
Okay?
take your time seriously.
I mean, unless I figure out really something.
This is the only life that you're going to have.
Okay? I don't know what a lot of people say about reincarnation and all sort of bullshit.
So-
We don't know. Okay? Nobody knows what the fuck happens after death. All we know is we're dead. Here. Okay? You're not coming back. Even if you can't put like a whole bunch, because maybe you're working 2 jobs to try to support your family, or you're trying to pay off your debts, or you're just trying to fucking survive. Because I'll tell you what, the way that's there is so fucking expensive. So yeah, just make sure that that you're trying to. Even if you can't put like a whole bunch, because maybe you're working 2 jobs to try to support your family, or you're trying to pay off your debts, or you're just trying to fucking survive. Because I'll tell you what, the world the way it's there is so fucking expensive. What was that? I was talking about workout shit, and then I started talking about nonsense. Probably not gonna which I do that all the time. I don't know why. I just anyway. Workout schedule. I was talking about workout shit, and then I started talking about nonsense. We were talking about ways to utilize the gym. Which I do that. Showing me I don't know why. I just go off on another fucking. But he was trying to explain to me the app or an app online. So workout schedule. We were gonna add more cardio. We were talking about other ways to utilize the gym. Jeff was showing me this morning an app of their own that you can utilize any of that. But he was trying to explain to me the app or an app online where it shows you how to do like Planet Fitness all summer machinery. 16 to 19. I do know that Planet Fitness for a fact does have an app and of their own that you can utilize anywhere. But they did say that on one of their TV screens, and so that's available for non-members. I do know for a fact that Planet Fitness all summer long, 16 to 19 works out for free. Now I don't know if you have to have a membership, and I don't know if you have to have. He's able to go in the back, but they did say that on one of the TV screens. Massage chairs, so that's available for y'all to look up and see yourself. And the hydro chair. So he has access to the back. I can go back there. Other thing was Jeff has a black card, and so he's able to go in the back and use the massage chairs. He's able to use the tanning bed, and the hydro chair. So he has access to the back. I can go back there, but it's so there's other aspects that are there available to you. You know what I mean? Like I do know that as a guest, you don't really have much access like a main member does. You just have experience. So or no, that maybe it's so there's that. You can only use it. So there's other aspects that are there. You have to have a card available to utilize. Now I do know that when you purchase items there, that they charge it to your card, so you don't have to have cash, but you can. I think a lot of gyms are open more hours now. I know some of the Planet Fitnesses are reopening the 24 hours. I heard. I don't know if that's true or not. You have to have a card. So they don't have cash. Be aware of that. Opportunity. A lot of gyms are open more hours now. Some of the Planet Fitnesses are reopening the 24 hours. I heard. Not the greatest. I don't know if that's true or not. Area outside there, and it's for be aware of anybody to use. So say for opportunity. Example, if you live near. Also look at other gyms in the area too, or sometimes if you have a local park. They're not the greatest, but they're there. Like they have a workout area outside there. One thing I did want to talk about that I have anybody to use. So, say for example, if for some reason you live near a park that has a workout really early in the morning or really late at night, but you still want to, or at any point in time, there you go. You want to have gym safety. So, okay. One thing I did want to talk about that I have not talked about on the stream, but they're not going to know them. If for some reason your gym is open really early in the morning, we get the little buzzer, or at any point in time, weights too loud.
You want to have gym
But if
safety.
something happens to you while you're there, what do?
When you first walk in, they recognize that you're there, but they're not going to know that usually try to unless something happens, right? But what about usually, we get the little buzzer when we drop the weights too loud. Most of the parking lots.
But if something happens to you while
are
you're
lit.
there, what do?
But they're not the greatest areas.
Of course, naturally.
Okay. People will usually try to help. Gym safety doesn't just go for
but what about the parking?
It goes for when you're going to the gym and when you're leaving. Most of the parking lots that I've seen at Planet Fitness are lit. But they're not the greatest areas. Make sure you park as close to a light post as possible. I know that a lot of places have cameras. Gym safety doesn't just go for in the gym. It goes for when you're going to the gym and when you're leaving it. Make sure the parking lot is clear. If you're going in the dark, make sure you park as close to someone's light post as possible. I know that a lot of places have cameras now, but I'll be honest with you, a lot of them are fake cameras. And if you do end up having a situation where you need that footage, you're going to be in your back fucking teeth. That's another thing that I did not look at. Okay. I know even if it's for someone's life, the only way that they're going to be able to pull that information is by with your gym bag. So make sure that you have whatever safety make sure that your gym safety is included in your bag prep. Or another thing that I did not look at in the bag. I know for a fact that I was talking about do not bring weapons to the shift bag. But with your gym bag, you can actually get kicked out. Make sure that you have whatever safety implements that you can have. A lot of times, like especially for women, either on your keychains with or on the bag have weapons on them. Right? Do not bring weapons to a gym for self-defense. Okay, you can actually get kicked out. Whether it's pepper spray or, which I mean, I'll be honest with you. So bag prep. A lot of times, like especially for women, we end up having these keychains with like stabbing that have weapons on them. Anyway. So for self-defense, whether it's pepper spray, making sure that you're parking near a well-lit area. They really want to get you. If you have one of those cars that has like stabbing utensils, leave it on. Okay. If you have one of those cars that has cameras in it that you can access from your phone, look at it before making sure that you're parking near a well-lit area. I am not if you have one of those cars that has the cameras inside of it, leave it on. But I do know for a fact that it has. If you have one of those cars that has the cameras in it that you can access from your phone, just look at it before you leave. In your safety, because I know I am not experienced when I'm going in somebody being in my fucking car when I get out there. But I do know for a fact that it has tried to be a little bit more aware of your surroundings. So just being more vigilant in your safety. It could be I know for me, when I'm going in, I'm just thinking about I'm leaving. I'm taking. I'm in another world. Go to leave. I'm not paying attention. Stop in that little entry. Just try to be a little bit more aware of your surroundings. They do have, like you say, inside the gym has a camera, and if it's not you, it could be somebody else. But yeah, take a good look around at the parking lot before you leave, especially like at night. Just make sure that wherever go to leave, or wherever stop in that little entryway. You can't go in pairs. Okay. Try to. They do have the inside the gym has a camera facing that entryway. Going to be able to. But yeah, take a good look around at the parking lot before you leave. I want you to walk on an angle, and just make sure that wherever your vehicle is or wherever it is, I want you to walk. You can't go at your car at the try to that tail. Be very direct. For saying this, you're going to get more view about more going to your vehicle. Now, when you walk to your vehicle around it. By walking, I want you to walk on an angle. So wherever your tail light is beside the cars, I want you to walk. So what I'm saying your car at the corner of that tail light. My reason for saying this, you're going to get more view, more visual of the inside of that vehicle and around it by walking towards the corner of the vehicle than you would be walking like beside the cars. Okay. So what I'm saying is, I may not be saying friend, blah 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 blah, right? For example, let's just say there's cars. Say building. This is like a main road, and these are all the aisles. And this is the parking right? This is like the main road or whatever. And
Say I park like different rows. I'm just gonna pull cars down.
That's not
Different rows of parking
right
and
here,
blah 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 blah. Right?
where the star is.
Let's just say these are
It's a light post.
right? This is the
So I have
building.
to walk past the
Say
light
this is like a
post to
main
get to my
road,
car.
and these are all the aisleways for the parking.
If there's other cars
right?
here, right?
Say I parked. Fuck it. Pull cars down.
That's not that bad.
You're gonna want to walk. Light post is right here, where the star is.
That's a light post. So I have to walk past the light post to get to my car.
Behind the cars that are next to your vehicle.
If there's other cars here,
right?
An angle where you can see your car. See what I'm saying? So like, say
you're
going
gonna
down the
walk
highway here where the people drive through, and here's the cars that are parked. Okay. As you're walking down, walk the
instead of directly behind the cars that are next to your vehicle. Kind of walk
on an angle where you can see your car. You'll get. See what I'm saying? This view. So like, right? Say you're coming down the aisleway
you're over here. You're only going to
drive
this
through, and here's
you're
the
not
cars
going to be
able
able
to see around your car. Okay. As you're
Until
walking
you
down,
right?
walk the opposite.
And there could be somebody
so you can
either in the
see
vehicle
and
or
get a
by your
full
vehicle
view of
or
your
even-
vehicle. Now,
okay, because if you're here,
you'll get this view, right? They have it to
if
where
you're over here, you're only going to get this view. You're not going to be able to see around your car.
and then figure out a way to get you
until you get up
off
on
the
it,
road,
right?
Out of your
and there could be
vehicle
somebody
after
either in the
you've left.
vehicle or by your vehicle.
So
or
if
even
you look at your car
now,
and you notice that there's
they don't
something
have
off the bat, whether there's a
as
piece of
much.
paper in the windshield,
they have it to where your car is tagged with something, and they
follow you and then figure out a way to get you off the road
if
or
you
out
have
of your
a
vehicle
zip cord around your
after
handle.
you've left.
Don't touch it.
So if you look at your
Okay.
car
If you have
and you notice that
a
there's
mark
something
on
off
the
the
ground
ground,
by
whether
one of
there's a
the
piece of
tires,
paper in the windshield,
don't touch
don't
that.
get in your vehicle.
Move it.
Okay, and I mean this in the utmost honesty.
If you
People
have
lost
a
their
zip
life for
cord
this shit.
around your handle,
Okay,
don't touch it.
so be aware
Okay.
that you could be that one
If
in
you
8
have
million people
a mark
that happens
on the ground by one of
If
the
you have a
tires,
chance to be able to recognize the signs
don't get in your
before it
vehicle.
happens, and I hope
Okay,
you
and
do.
I mean this in the utmost honesty.
And any chance that you can
People
get
have
from
lost
this
their
is
life
good.
for this shit.
Okay, so be aware always.
You could
when
be
you're
that
coming
one
up
in
to the
8
vehicle,
million
always look
people
at the vehicles that, are
that
right
happens
next
to.
you. But if you have a chance
In
to be able
between,
to recognize the signs
and
before it
behind.
happens,
Okay,
and I know
and I hope you do.
will walk around. Well, maybe, but and any chance that you can get from
The
this.
point
and
is
that you want to get into your vehicle as quickly as possible, right?
When you get there,
Always,
when you're coming up to the vehicle, always look at the two
hand
vehicles that are right next
as
to
you're
you.
going out to the vehicle.
In between, in
You have one of
front,
those clicker
and
things
behind.
where you can
Okay,
unlock
and
it
I don't
before
mean
you get there.
do a walk around.
Only
I
unlock
know,
it,
but
but looking at the vehicle. The point is that you want to
Okay,
get into
don't
your
unlock
vehicle
it before you go out
as
there.
right?
When you get there, you want to get in.
Just have your keys in your hand. As you
going
come
out
up to the vehicle, always check the back
If
seat.
you have one of those clicker things where you
Behind
can
the driver's seat.
unlock it before you get there,
Okay.
only unlock it when you're
'cause that's
looking
where they're
at the vehicle.
They're gonna hide somewhere where you
Okay, don't unlock it
see
before you
them,
go out there.
and that way they can get to you.
Now, if it's one of those vehicles that are tagged, as you
If
come up
you
to the
see
vehicle,
signs
always
of
check the
your
back
vehicle
seat.
being tagged, don't get in it.
Behind the driver's seat, like
Poisoned. Why would you jump into a poison pool?
because that's where they're gonna,
You know, like why would you jump in a pool?
they're
Acid.
gonna hide somewhere where
The
they
car's
you
tagged,
can't see
hot,
them,
touch it.
and that way they
Leave
can
it
get
alone.
you quickly.
You might be
Now,
able
if
to
it's
see
one of those vehicles that are
fingerprints or
tagged,
some other kind of.
if you
proof
see
someone
signs of
being
your
there,
vehicle
rented
being
in a
tagged,
parking
don't
lot,
get in it.
That's really hard
It's
to
like
prove.
poisoned. Why would
But
you jump
if
into
you
a
have
poison pool?
the opportunity to save yourself, do it.
You know, like why would you jump into a pool of acid?
If you
It's
can,
fun.
the car's
If it's
tagged
really
hot,
late and they're
don't
like
touch
getting ready to close,
See
leave it
if one
alone.
of the
You might be able to
employees
save
will walk you to
fingerprints
your
or
vehicle,
some other kind of proof of
or
someone being
stand
there. Granted,
at the
it's a
very
parking
least,
lot.
stand here where
That's
they can
really hard to
see you
prove.
get to your vehicle.
But if you have the
Just ask
opportunity
them,
to
hey,
save
can you do me a
yourself, do it.
favor? Can you
If
watch
you
me?
can, if it's
I know it
really
sounds
late and they're like
weird,
getting ready to close,
But they're gonna
see
understand.
if one of the employees will either walk
And
you
if they
to your
don't,
vehicle or stand at the very least stand
So,
here where they can see
just-
you get to your vehicle.
Well, gym safety.
Just ask them,
bag
hey,
prep.
can you do me a favor? Can you watch me? I know it sounds weird,
Now,
but they're
you know,
gonna
we wanna stay alive
understand.
as long as possible.
Okay?
That's the point around here,
And if
right?
they don't,
So what's the next thing? Even though I probably should have put
So,
this at the top.
just
Diet plan.
well, gym safety, bag prep.
If you were able to get back home again.
Now,
Just kidding.
you know, we want to stay alive as long as possible. That's the point around here,
I
right?
shouldn't laugh.
So, what's the next thing that we can think about?
Diet plan. So
Even though I probably should have put this at the top.
my
Diet
I
plan.
know that I don't have a guarantee in life. I know if you were able to get back home again.
That says that I'm gonna live to be 100 years old. Okay, I could get hit by a car.
I shouldn't laugh.
Diet plan.
So, I know that I don't have a guarantee.
So,
I know that
I don't know how long.
Nothing that says that I'm gonna live to be 100 years old.
I want to try to make it. Okay, I could get hit by a car. So,
I hope not.
Jeff was talking with me about the fact that issue.
More
Which we
so,
already incorporated that into our.
I don't know how long I'm gonna live.
was pushing
the time that I
me
have
every day,
now. I want to try to make it the best I can.
Thank you.
So,
Jeff was talking
working
with
out
me
at a minimum,
about
the
the
fact
fact that I have a sugar issue.
more water,
Which we already incorporated that into our daily life.
He
He
was
was
pushing
pushing me every other day,
but not in the ways that I wanted it to.
Thank you.
So,
So
like
working
my
out
back
at
of
a
my
minimum,
shoulders here,
I
like
didn't
two
know
big
the
ass
machines.
knots
I didn't know when I was going in there before, and I started working out, and then I realized the places that I was working out
and the muscle
were getting
bulkier,
bulkier,
but not in the ways that I wanted it to.
But
So,
I'm changing that up.
like my back of my shoulders here
And,
are like two big ass knots on the back of my neck now.
So we'll see. We'll start today. That machine. So it's 4:34. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready.
And the muscle groupings that I was working out was not.
So I'll go live.
That was like,
I'll go there.
but anyway,
See you there.
So.